Keep his head down. I should have done this sequence. Squeeze this guy a little bit. All right. Let's see a couple of moves now on the ground. Wait. What I think would be a good idea for us to do. I should have done this sequence. Squeeze this guy a little bit. All right.
Even though our friends at home
see a couple of moves
are learning and practicing these moves more and more,
Wait.
I think it might be a good idea to let them get a taste of what's going through your mind, what's going through my mind, as we execute the home, are learning and practicing these moves more and more. So this way you just don't do the move, but you actually can get a feel for what time do we change minds as far as trying this plan versus that plan, as we execute the moves. Why don't we start first with you laying down? So this way you just don't do the move, but you actually can get a feel for what time do we change minds as far as trying this plan versus that plan.
And let me remind you once again,
why don't we start first with
this stuff is like a chess game. Every move has a counter move. So every time I'm planning or positioning myself to try something, hoist can feel my body shifting from one like a chess adjustment from one snug grip to another. Every move has a counter, adjusting his body so they can keep up with the same. So every time I'm planning or positioning myself to try something, the difference between a person that knows my body shifting from a person that you might fight in the street has no idea snug grip to another. It's very obvious. You can just go for what you want, adjusting his body so they can keep up with the same. But if the person speaks, quote the same language, he knows what you're talking about. So to a person that you might find on the street has no idea, the more he's going to become sensitive. It's very obvious. You can just go for what you want. Every adjustment that you make, everything counts. But if the person attempt to do it, hoist, he's going to do it now. Language, he knows what you're talking about. So exactly at what point he identifies what I want to do. Sensitive, therefore changing positions, every adjustment that you make, everything counts. So what I'm going to attempt to do with hoist here, we're going to do now, is to demonstrate at any time exactly at what point he identifies what I want to do, you want to make a comment, therefore changing so that gears to another position along with me. Can kind of grasp when do you understand what I want. Okay, so the first thing I do is at any time on hoist, I'm here, that you're going to decide to move in any direction. You want to make a comment so that your friends at home, by keeping the elbows here, he makes me slightly uncomfortable. Okay, so the first thing I do is I mount the elbows, as we talked about in the past. It allows me to move my knees up a little bit, now preventing him from potentially using the elbows. By keeping the elbows here, he makes me slightly uncomfortable. The elbows here are very important. If he's not aware of the elbows, as we talked about in the past, it allows me to move my knees up a little bit, now preventing him from potentially